Thursday. From GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. It's a special Christmas Day edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs taking on Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks.
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you to GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here at Arrowhead as their beloved Chiefs took field, and they are set to match up with the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Seattle's first go on offense forthcoming, and under center, of course, Russell Wilson.
And he just continues to throw touchdown pass after touchdown pass, leading the league here down the final stretch of the year. Guys will say that the numbers and the rankings, they don't matter to him very much. But I don't know how much I actually believe that. Sure, he's team first, but I think everyone would like to see him finish number one, including himself.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Wilson now off the bootleg. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. These are his numbers from last week's contest. Now, you figure that he'll probably be a big factor in this one as well.
No question about it, partner. We just saw it right there. They want to get him the ball in space and see what he can do after the catch.
On first down, Carson. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Extra point up and through by Myers, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. No run back here for Jones. A touchback. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And right away, he lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble lost.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
The numbers for him from a week ago, 12 carries, 51 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, we know they've clinched a playoff spot, but there's plenty of football left to play, and I'm a proponent of continuing to do what you've done throughout the season, especially with teams that are heavy run teams, because if you throttle back too early, you lose the rhythm of the run game, not just with the runner, but with the offensive line as well.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete, and he's taken down inside the 30. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Second down, back to Edwards-Helaire. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. So 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. And now they face a 3rd and 3 here. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
Mahomes now to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
2nd down and goal. Mahomes. This is caught. Touchdown. Noah Gray, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by Butker is on target. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Carson. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. This is Carson. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on 3rd down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on 3rd downs all year long. On 1st down, Wilson forced out to his left. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. A leap in, he's got it. He got it. It's a big play there for Seattle. And boy, Charles, it is no doubt a passing league. We get that, but did you ever think we would see someone pass for 7,000 yards in a season? He just went over that threshold.
Brandon, 7,000 yards means you've had a monster game each and every game of the year. If you throw for 350, that would hurt your average. That means you've made every throw. Very few drops by your receivers. You've moved the ball effectively every time out.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Carson again. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. Now it's Mahomes again. They complete it to Hill. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Noah Gray, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Chiefs have tied it, and they can take the lead with the extra point. Extra point by Butker is on target, and with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Out comes Chris Carson in the Seattle offense. And he's found the end zone twice, and now I'm guessing he's thinking, hey, let's find it 3 times.
And you got to figure from the defensive perspective, how has he gotten there twice? What are we going to do to keep him out for a 3rd time? How do we tighten things down? Because he and his offensive mates, they are really in sync right now.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Steps away to his left. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there for Seattle. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Now a give right side. It's Carson, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Seahawks on just 2 plays have taken the lead. It'll be Carson. They run for it. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass. So you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. The Chiefs going to go back on offense here late in this 1st half. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up. Man open, here is Jones. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the 1st half. Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Seahawks going to take over now late in this 1st half. And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose. Catch is made by Metcalf. The 20. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf, 75 yards. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown.
You did know it. It won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. Out comes Patrick Mahomes in the Chiefs offense. You know, normally he's probably happy with how he's playing. He's playing pretty well, but in the second quarter, you look up your team's losing. I don't think any quarterback's satisfied.
Not at all. And what they really...
And now off to the races, down the right side. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And he'll look underneath here for Edwards-Helaire. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Mahomes going to throw. He's going to find his tight end, Gray, complete. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Noah Gray on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by Butker is on target. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And the Seahawks offense going to get one final possession in this first half. And they'll take over with just 18 ticks remaining. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Buying time to his left. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Wilson eluding the pressure right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, but it'll be 2nd down. Wilson being chased out left. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on-knees pose. His guys will go for 2 here. It'll be Carson. They run for it. And he is into the end zone. So they get 2 more on the board here just before halftime. And they're able to ground it in there on the 2-point try. And you and I were talking before the game. The 2-point conversions from the 15-16 season, what has changed, what hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for 2, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it? Do I go for it here? Do I try and gain a strategic advantage and maybe go for 2 early? That's what people are wondering about.
So we've reached halftime here on Christmas Day. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. Happy holidays to you all at home as we take you around the NFL on this 25th day of December. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital. And it's the Niners who have the lead in that one. Trey Lance with a couple of touchdown passes. Next, we head north to Philly to check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Minnesota Vikings. The Eagles looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And as you see, they are currently all tied with the visiting Denver Broncos. In our game has been Russell Wilson, who was dynamic, as usual, in that first half. He's over 300 yards passing already. How high can he go? To find out, let's kick it back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter three? Certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now Mahomes gets this into the hands of Gray, the tight end. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Mahomes throw into the hands here of Hardman. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Throwing again on second down. Mahomes, throw right side, going to be caught by Hardman. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 22-yard line. Mahomes to throw once more. Now throw right side, taken in by the tight end Gray. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward that, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They'll contain him to just 4, second down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that.
He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are a 2-point conversion away from tying this thing up.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Mahomes will throw for it. Goes right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. And the formula there on the two-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Dancing to his left. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play there on the catch and run.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like 2 excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. A third quarter action here on Christmas Day. Hope everyone's having a blessed holiday season. 2nd and 10 right now. Flush to his right. He's got the first down here inside the 30. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him, and he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
Wilson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Here's Wilson to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. They run for it with Carson. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. We are off to the 4th quarter here on this special Christmas Day broadcast. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And he's got some space here. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill. 87 yards. And the Chiefs strike quickly to take the lead here in the 4th. Butker now to add the extra point. Will take a 7-point lead now. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Taking it about the 1. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it, his team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that #1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, no.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown. DK Metcalf, 61 yards. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Yes, it was a touchdown, And not just a TD, but how about a long touchdown that puts them in a great position now.
And now just an extra point away from tying this thing. Now Myers for the extra point. And an important one that is, as we are tied now early in this fourth quarter. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. No run back here for Jones. A touchback. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. On first down, Mahomes finding Hardman here over the middle. And some room to run now. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. It's a big play there for the Chiefs.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent game.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes. Now a look at Smith. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on first and goal. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Chiefs answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. Extra point by Butker is on target, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. So Wilson and the Seahawks down by 7, 2:23 to play. Their long win streak in great peril as they come up first and 10. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. 75 yards. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. All right, now the Seahawks face a big 2-point conversion attempt. They'll try and run it in. And he will get into the end zone. So how about that for putting it on the line? They've taken the lead by a point here in the fourth quarter. They didn't want the tie. They roll the dice and they take the lead.
That felt like a tone setter, didn't it? Forget tying the ball game and feeling like we're just hanging with you. We're going to go ahead and push it to a one-point lead, and that just changes the complexion of the whole game.
And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. And now all eyes shift over to the Chiefs, trailing by 1 after the two-point conversion. 2:14 to play. And they need about 35 yards to get in range for a winner as they come up on first down. To throw, it's Mahomes. Over the middle, complete. That's Hill. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight one-point game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw caught by his receiver, Hill. 20! And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 64 yards. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion. To throw is Mahomes. And he's got it. So the two-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead. And around the goal line, especially on two-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Now the focus shifts to the Seahawks offense, trailing by a touchdown. A little under a minute 50 remaining. Flushed out right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It got his man complete. It's a big play there for Seattle. Charles, just a gigantic play right there.
Absolute breakdown defensively, but take no credit away. A huge gain, and that turns things around.
They'll run on first down. Carson. And down inside the 15 he goes. 59 yards for him on the ground now and 3 touchdowns to go along with it. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They run it with Carson. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Chris Jones on the stop.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
On second down now, it's Carson, and he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Now it's Carson. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. They'll try to run with Carson. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win.
And now they're going to go for 2 and a possible win as this crowd rises to make things difficult. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll put it out to the 25. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our our team, so we don't have to cover him anymore, because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mahomes. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. Mahomes. Connecting with Hill. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. And now they get the timeout call. So they got one of the big plays that they needed. Can they do it again? Don't change that dial. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Seahawks are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here. Coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for the Seahawks, it's another win for them. And you wonder if they want a redo on that one loss as they sit now at 14-1. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, it's a loss that could wind up hurting a little as they fall now to 11-4. And they will get a home date next week against the Los Angeles Chargers. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.